Will there ever be a moment of peace at PSG? So it looks like Gigi Donnarumma and Lucas Chevalier will be fighting to be Luis Enrique's first choice goalkeeper next season. Well, that is if Fabrice Hawkins is going to be believed, because he says that Donnarumma and his entourage are looking for other solutions, so other clubs other than PSG, but he will only leave PSG's project if he finds another project that is more suitable. So that means that there is a real possibility that we're going to see Chevalier and Donnarumma battle it out to be PSG's number one next season. Now put yourself in Donnarumma's shoes for a second. It is partly because of him that PSG have won the first Champions League of their history, and now he's probably going to be thrown away as if he's contributed nothing to the club. Now I'm not saying that that's what's going on here, but it's maybe what he's feeling just about right now. Because I don't think that Luis Enrique has made it a secret that he wants a goalkeeper who, yes, is good in the net, but he is great with the ball at his feet, and that is something that Donnarumma has improved on, but he's not yet up to that level that Luis Enrique wants from his keeper. And you can really see this from the fact that in the last 2 seasons under Luis Enrique, 3 goalkeepers have been signed, all who are better with the ball at their feet than Donnarumma. So I guess it doesn't matter how good you are of a shot stopper if you are not great with the ball to feet. For Luis Enrique, jog on. But anyways, I will keep you guys updated on how this situation evolves. I, for one, think it's a real shame that Donnarumma could be leaving after such a fantastic season for PSG. But hey, I guess that's how football is. As always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and like and follow for more. Do you think Liverpool are putting together this super team just for it to fail? We've seen countless times where teams have spent a lot of money to bring quite a few players in, and it just has not worked out. So of course there's going to be some concerns about this Liverpool team. But right off the back, I think Liverpool are doing some really good business here. There's a perfect blend of new players but also old players, continuation, that I think this team desperately needs. I think that Liverpool back four is the perfect blend of experience but also that freshness you get with new signings. You've got Frimpong and Kirkes on either wing, but you've got that stabilising force of Konate and Virgil van Dijk as our centre-back pairing, which I think works really well. It's similar in the midfield as well. You've got McAllister and Gravenberch as your double pivot. They've been at Liverpool a while. They've played in the Premier League for a while. They know how things are run. And then you add Wirtz, who, yes, is not Premier League proven, but I think it creates a lovely balance and dynamic between the three. I think it's a perfect way to help him adapt to the pace of the Premier League by having these 2 more senior players kind of help him find the way. And then, of course, if Liverpool go on to get Isak, which looks like a real possibility right now, you have a front 3 of Premier League proven players. And for me, one of the best front 3s, I think, in the Premier League. You've got Salah, who's coming off a world-class Premier League season. You've got Gakpo, of course, would have been Diaz, but it looks like he's going to Bayern Munich, who can hold down the left flank well. And then you've got Isak, who is probably one of the best strikers, most complete strikers in the Premier League at the moment. And then of course you've got Hugo Ekitike, who prefers to play as a centre forward but has had stints on the left wing, so he could work there. Now of course there could be growing pains along the way. You have Wirtz and Ekitike, who may need some time to adapt to the pace of the Premier League. You've got Frimpong and Kirkes walking into a team that they're unfamiliar with. Isak as well, they haven't played under Slot as a Liverpool player. But all in all, what I think we're seeing from Liverpool is, yes, they're spending a lot of money, but they are putting thought behind the players that they are buying. And I think it could work out for them in the future. But what do you guys think? As always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and like and follow for more. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more teenagers like Lamine Yamal bursting onto the scene in the next couple of years. Now, a lot of people are talking about Max Dalman's performance against Newcastle during pre-season, and I will give it to Arsenal fans. You told us, and now we are listening. He's great. Now, a lot of people are talking about the penalty he won, receives the ball here on the wing, bypasses his man, cuts inside and continues his run into the penalty box and eventually gets pulled down, and yes, penalty to Arsenal. But this was very consistent throughout his 30-minute cameo. This was actually my favourite action from him throughout the entire time he was on the pitch. So he receives the ball here, and he is just hurtling that ball through the midfield. He carries it forward, his eyes stuck on the goal, tries to cut inside and takes the shot, which goes just wide. And I think what I really liked about his performance against Newcastle, and I'm starting to like about this player in particular, is just how direct he is. It's a trait I think most superstar attackers have. They are just very direct. By all means, they want to get to the goal, whether that's using their acceleration, their pace, dribbling past 2, 3, 4 players. They just want to get the ball to go and goal, apologies. And I see that in him. But back to my original point, I do think we're going to be seeing more and more teenagers like this burst onto the scene a lot younger. And that's because the demand for players is increasing, because the amount of games is also increasing. So clubs are looking into their academies to find players who can fit the bill. Lamine Yamal 10 years ago would not have got the opportunity at Barcelona that he received 3 years ago. The other Barcelona youngsters, Mayolu at PSG, even Kobe Mainu at Manchester United, youngsters are being handed opportunities a lot younger because there is such a demand for fit players. So maybe 10 years ago, a talented youngster would have stayed in the youth academies, maybe gone out on loan, not really being able to break into the first team. I think we're going to be seeing more and more actually get that nod from managers. And as a result, we're going to see youngsters break into the first team a lot younger, but also, in my opinion, we're going to start seeing players peak a lot earlier than we have been. But that's another conversation for another day. As always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and like and follow for more.